Well, good morning, Sunshine Cooper. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. By the way, congrats on the guitar that you won. Charlie Chillin, good morning. Happy 4th to you too. Junkyard, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. So, Big Steve, happy 4th to you too. Well, that's good, Sunshine. I'm glad you're doing good. Julie's Miracle English, how are you doing? You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here, Julie. Fireworks, yep. Julie's from Korea. So you guys want to check her out. She's got a good channel. Go ahead and show her some channel love if you would. If you don't want to, it's totally up to you. Check out her channel, but something that interests you. So, and yeah, it's nighttime there, so daytime here. So you're welcome. Hump day, 4th. There you go. Guess what I'm making today? You're welcome, Julie. Okay, if you don't want to guess, I guess I will show you. I'm going to make some homemade, or my take on baked beans. I start with those, okay, and I add my own stuff to it to make them mine. You know, like I tell everybody, if you got 2 days to make baked beans, and I guess you would, do the 2 day thing. No, I'm not going to grill. Uh, my wife, her sister is having a cookout, and quite frankly, you know, uh, I'm not going because it's going to be really hot, and she's got a small house and a couple of dogs and 5 cats and stuff like that. So I'm gonna sit home. Not that I don't love my sister-in-law, I do, but my wife's going and all my kids are going and grandkids are going, and I'm just gonna sit home. Um, but I'm making the baked beans for them to take, and I'm gonna save me some for here. And I think I'm gonna make me a skirt steak or something like that for my dinner. So, and it'll give me a chance to do some stuff around the house. So I'm gonna try to rearrange the bedroom while they're gone. So that'll make it easier when nobody's here. So yeah, I was out there last Saturday in with 110-degree heat index, and that was probably pretty much almost the end of me. I'd had to be out there another couple hours. I probably wouldn't have made it. But I was drinking water and Gatorade all along. It just when you're old, you're old. So, plus, I got an event for Friday and Saturday and stuff, and I'm going to be out there in the heat then. So, all right, there, Sunshine. You have a great one, man. I appreciate you showing up. I really do. Good morning, Kevin. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Happy 4th of July to you. See, now when I make my baked beans, yeah, it zaps energy right out of you, you're right. Uh, when I make my baked beans, I take this baked beans that I make. I've never made them. I've never made them with such a big can. I've always, like two smaller ones or whatever. But The two smaller cans cost more than this big can, so I'm going to make them with this big can, and then I'm going to add ketchup, brown sugar, some mustard, a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, and some onions, and I'm going to bake it. And it should turn out really, really good. I always, before I start to bake it, when I start mixing my stuff in, as soon as I mix the ketchup in, I take a taste. Then when I'm done mixing ketchup in, I get another spoon and I add the sugar, brown sugar in, and I mix that in. And I take another taste, and then I get me another spoon and I add the mustard in and stir that in. And then I can tell, what I need to do. If I need to add, when it's all said and done, if I need to add more brown sugar, need to add more mustard, need to add more ketchup. So, Kelly Paulson, you're looking lovely as ever. How are you doing today? Is that new fingernail polish? And it's just going to be baked beans. There's no bacon going to go in it, no sausage, no nothing like that. So, um, you're welcome. That's good there, Charlie. That is really good. Well, thank you, Julie. I appreciate that. Oh, these are Bush's baked beans, but when I make them myself, yeah, dogs. But yeah, my baked beans are going to be better than Bush's. Yeah. So every time I make, when we go someplace, the family reunion, everybody wants to know, or cookout or whatever. Did you bring baked beans? So, Starty Boys, how you doing? Nice to have you here, man. And hello to you too. Well, now you got two friends living in Korea. You got Julie and your friend there, Kevin. That's good there, Charlie. Glad to hear it. I thought I had to get these things done first thing this morning, but they're not leaving actually until around 2 o'clock to go to the cookout. So I will get them started around, I don't know, 9:30, somewhere around there. Get them and bake them for a couple hours and then get them out. So personally, myself, I like them cold. A lot of people like them hot. So, 2 Koreans, that's right. No, you just give me an idea there, Junkyard. I could serve pork and beans on my cart with sausage. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had the same thing here, Charlie. Muggy hot. Well, um, well, you got to cook them, but after you cook them, I like them right out of the refrigerator, man. And what I like doing with them, and get you some ruffled potato chips, the ridges or whatever. Get some ridged potato chips, and you dip your potato chips in the beans. Well, that'd be pretty cool. Go fishing here, Charles. They are, ain't they, Kevin? And then you use potato chips to dip them up. So you only use the spoon to get the last ones when you run out of potato chips. So dinner time. Morning, sweetheart. Beans are good for you, full of protein. I don't know if many of you guys were there, but I was on U Dizzy's this morning for a little bit. And I got up and couldn't sleep anymore, so I come out here, made a pot of coffee. Yep, like that chips dipping in beans. Oh yeah. And then I was watching Hazy Days. I was on Hazy Days was on, and then they invited me up. So there was Hazy Days, U Dizzy, Jonathan 5762, I think is his name. So I was up on the panel for a little bit. Yeah. Well, there, Kevin. I can't pronounce your name, Erop, with a holiday. Well, congrats. Well, thanks a lot. Uh, they may not, I don't think they clean the air out, junkyard, but they do clean the room out. Yep. The more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the better you feel. So let's eat beans for every meal. So that's right. So I don't know if you guys remember that. I told the manager at the parts store that I was going to get a trailer maybe, um, and if I did, I'm going to start selling chili during the winter there. And I said that we're going to change the names to Parts and Farts. Get them both here. So there's a diner someplace, I think out in Las Vegas or out in Nevada someplace, that has a sign up that says "Eat here and get gas," and it's actually a diner and a gas station. But they made a play with it. Eat here and get gas. I have Korean beans dinner time. There you go. Now, what I do every once in a while, if I have a bowl of them myself, I'll warm them up and then put a little hot sauce in it, stir it in, and then you got hot, spicy, sweet baked beans, and it makes it nice. So you can tweak them any way you want. You know, you can, if you're doing a family reunion, you could do a can this big. You could do two pans. Do one, sweet and savory, or sweet and tangy, and then the other one hot and sweet, or whatever. Or spicy and sweet. You can do anything you want with them. So Yep, chop some peppers in them. You can do whatever you want. Well, fortunately, Ohio and Indiana are far from me. Ohio's about 11 miles, and then Indiana is about 40 miles. So, Jerry's Wood Shop and Outdoors. Good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Happy 4th of July. Okay, it's 10:46 p.m., so need to go to bed. Okay, good night there, study boys. You have a great one, man. Yeah, I run our channel on a playlist the other day for a while. Did a bunch of videos. So and if you guys want to help somebody out, at nighttime or whatever, before you go to bed, open up a couple of tabs on your computer, on your YouTube, and grab a channel and just run some watch time. Go in there, hit their playlist or hit their, their videos, and then say play all. And once it plays all, you'll see an X, or you'll see a loop, and then you'll see an X. And if they only got 10 or 15 videos or something, hit the loop. But if they got 50 videos, just hit the X. Or you don't even have to hit the X, just hit play all. And let it run. And then the first video, you just type in there, hey, I'm running a playlist for you tonight, giving you some watch time. Have a great one. And then, just leave them a comment and a thumbs up. So I do that a lot for a lot of them. So. Well, thank you, Julie. Pump J, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Pump J is over 1,000 channel followers now. Or is it 1,500? I can't remember. Maybe it's 1,500. Yeah, it's over 1,500. He had 1,495 or something yesterday. And I had like 13 voices in my head that decided to show him some channel love, and got him over the 15K part, or the 1.5, excuse me. So. Jenny O'Brien, how are you doing this morning? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. You're welcome there, Punk J. So the only thing I ask is pay it forward. If somebody else needs a help, give them a little hand. Actually, it's supposed to rain today for some reason. So, Shotgun Girl, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever, too. Yeah, supposed to, well, oh, wait a minute. Not today, no. Well, it's a 93% humidity, so I have to see if I can get a daily or today's report. Might rain there tonight. Supposed to rain tomorrow, thunderstorm tomorrow. So 89 degrees today with a chance of thunder. Let's see. Sunshine and some clouds, very warm, humid, widely separated thunderstorms in the afternoon. And then 74 degrees tonight for the low. Start with one finger. I know there, Kevin. Doing good. It's hot everywhere there, Shotgun Girl. Where do you live at? 106 today? Well, thank you, Julie, but you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. Where do you live at, Shotgun Girl? Oh, okay. You're in Yuma, Arizona? Huh. Yeah, and you live in Montana. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure it's hot in Yuma. Oh, you remember the old movie 310 to Yuma? That was a good movie. Both of them were, the old one and the remake. Thanks for the super chat there, Julie. I appreciate it. I really do. So. In the land of cactus. You're right there, Junkyard. Oh. Bob, doing it cheap. Happy 4th of July to you too there, Bob. You guys don't know who Doing It Cheap is? Check out his channel. Show him some channel love. You went to the prison in March. It was over, I bet it was, over 100 degrees then. But it's a dry heat. That's the only good thing about it. It's a dry heat. Did you tunnel out of prison or did you get paroled? That's what he's wondering. That was last year. Yeah. Huh. Gonna be a hot one there doing it. There's that global warming. Yeah, but if it's a dry heat, it ain't so bad. It's just hot. But when it starts getting muggy and all that other stuff, man. Huh. Oh, is it a reenactment or something there, Shotgun Girl? Um, just to let everybody know, beer tastes great during a heat like this, but it doesn't. Beer doesn't hydrate you like everybody thinks. Water or Gatorade, you can drink beer if you want, But it doesn't hydrate your body like water will. So just make sure you drink some water today. 119, you can fry eggs. Prissy for Kayla, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. So are you, Bob. You're looking lovely as ever, too. Yeah, beer does. It dehydrates you. So you think you're drinking a lot, but you're getting a lot of liquid in you, but it doesn't. It doesn't work that way. So. Late moon season? Okay. I'm doing good there, Prissy, and how about you? You're Kayla, okay. Let me check your channel. I'm sure you got 461 channel followers. And a bunch of gaming videos. So you guys check out Prissy for Kayla. If it's something you're interested in, go ahead and show her some channel love. And I'm sure they'll probably show it back to you. So you're good having a sleepover, staying up all night? Okay. How old are you, Kayla? Carolyn, want to be free. Good morning, and you're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. You're 15, okay? That's why we, I don't like to have a lot of swearing in here. It's because there is young adults in here, young children. So I don't mind them coming in. So Ozark John, good morning. Oh yeah, I drink plenty of cool water. How are you doing, Ozark John Ken? Check your channel. You got 8 channel followers. Okay. So you don't have any content, but that doesn't mean anything because people are watchers and people are content makers. We don't make it, but we do serve it. We just we buy it already made, and then we warm it up. On our cart, you can't cook nothing. Okay, everything that you put on your cart has to be pre-cooked. So all we basically do is just warm up everything, Jerry. So thank you, Jennifer, and you're looking lovely as ever today. You're a watcher only? We got watchers and content makers, so I appreciate the watchers just as much as the content makers. But anyways, yeah, we can't basically make our own chili and serve it. No, so we buy it and serve it. We usually serve a Southgate chili. It's from Gordon's Food Service. But if, depends on what it is. If it's going to be a small event, I just go and buy Castleberry. I like their chili sauce. So we'll buy, 5 or 6 cans of Castleberry and just open up a couple of cans at once. And then if those are, get used, I'll open up another can. So, because the ones we buy from Gordon Food Service are this big. And, it's a number 10 can. And we have never, ever used a number 10 can full of chili in one day. So it's basically a waste sometimes. So good morning, Wisconsin, Greg. How are you doing? No, they have never. I have them come and check. You got to have inspections done twice a year, but they have never come by to check. They went to we were at an event last year, and they were right next door checking the people next door, but they didn't stop and check us. So you made new channel art yesterday. Okay. Um, Basically, we have our cart is a great big outdoor steam table on wheels. I have three 19,000 BTU burners that are hooked up to propane, and you adjust the flames on them. I can put them on high and start boiling water in about 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. So, you know, I keep them turned down on low because it basically will cook everything to death. So, and what we do is we put down a pan, and then in that pan you'll put another pan. Well, you'll put water in that pan, and then you'll put another pan inside that pan. That way you got a water barrier there, and the water boils in the bottom pan, heats up the top pan, and the top pan has your hot dogs or whatever in it. We put just a little bit of water in the bottom of that pan, and we put a riser in there, and the hot dogs go above the riser, so we actually steam the hot dogs and steam the sausages. So, I'm doing good there, Greg. I'm doing good. I'm sorry to hear that there, Big Steve. Actually, July is National Hot Dog Month, and July 18th is National Hot Dog Day. So, Friday the 13th is your favorite day? That's cool. Hmm. So, anything happening? Relic Wolf Clan, stop by to drop a line. It is 7:05 in the morning, Relic, and you're still up. So, but Relic told me I said that to him this morning already, and he said we went to bed at 2 o'clock and got up. So, what's everybody's plans for today? You got a rack of ribs to cook? Banking on money. Good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Is Miss Banking on Money there? Hug the air conditioner, yeah. Yeah, they will. Um, Emerald Lagasse, I was watching him one day and he was showing how to do ribs, and put them in a Ziploc bag, and you put, all your spices or whatever in there, and then you fill it up with beer, or you pour in a can of beer, and the beer actually breaks down the muscle and makes it tender. So that's pretty cool there, Benkin. AC Cobra 456. Good morning. How are you doing? Well, that's pretty good there, Wisconsin. Don't sleep the whole day away though. There is a parade in town today, so that sounds pretty good there, Carolyn. Blueberry cobbler and chocolate dipped strawberries. Yeah, the grill gives them that grilled flavor, that taste. Me and the missus, we used to do fireworks uh, all the time. We had a big parking lot out behind our house, and we would do fireworks there. Uh, I'm doing good there, AC Cobra. I'm doing good. And we do fireworks out there, and there would be people that would, just come out there and park in the parking lot just to watch them all the time. That's pretty cool. You don't have a grill. Well, then I guess the oven's going to have to do there, Big Steve. All right, there, Julie. You have a great one. Thank you for stopping. Yeah, what gets me is this city I live in. We can't have fireworks, but there's a smaller city just north of us that's going to have them. They say because it costs too much for the insurance. Well, for one thing, they had to make it to, tell the insurance companies, yeah, all right, we'll pay your premium, but if we don't have any, you know, claims, then we want 90% of the money back. Because the insurance companies will rip you off for firework insurance. Okay, we'll insure it for $100,000 for that day. When you can buy basically any kind of insurance for, a hundredth of that any other day of the week. So for a municipality or a municipality. So. Well, that's good there, Kevin. Was it a McDonald's tractor trailer? Charlie Chillin says it's time to burn some herb. They was cooking burgers, yeah, in the truck. Yeah, once you get them tires a burning, it's a hell of a fire. Donuts, eggs, and toast. Okay. So when's that marijuana deal go into effect or junkyard in October? Is that when it becomes illegal or something like that? So I think I thought it was October they were talking about or something like that. So you just getting prepared? Yeah. Well, in Michigan now, you can buy the ones that go up in the air and go boom. For the last 3 or 4 years, we've been able to do that. Okay, July 26th. So anybody between the day of the election and July 26th can still be charged. Yeah. So, Vermont just went legal. Okay. There's a lot of them going legal, and from what I understand, President Trump is probably going to um, make it federally legal. You know, not for distribution, but for whatever. Recreational and medicinal. I don't think they're going to allow you to have 10 pounds of marijuana. So. Yeah. Well, there's a lot of things that are legal at state level and not at federal level. There's a lot of things done at state level that's not allowed at federal level, i.e., California. If you get my drift. So. Well, there's when you can't even pass, an alcohol law, you know, a lot of dry counties and stuff down, you know. You're right. Thinking, the only thing is um, if you buy it from a dispensary, those people are just going to get richer and richer. They're going to pay taxes on it. So there's going to be a lot of tax money paid into the government on it. And I think actually um, they should be put into like a cigarette form and sold that way. Huh? Well, when they're sold that way, okay, and they look like a cigarette and they got a cigarette butt on them and everything else or whatever, it's kind of hard to duplicate that. Okay, so if you got, I'm not saying they will, um, Marlboro marijuana. Okay, say Marlboro cigarettes puts out marijuana. and sell it by the pack for $30 a pack or whatever, $50 a pack. Okay, you get pulled over. They check them cigarettes out, and if those cigarettes don't say Marlboro on them or whatever, marijuana, then you're cheating the system out of tax money, and that's the way it should be made. It should be made, to where it's commercialized or whatever, to where there is tax money paid on every one that's sold. That way, don't get me wrong. That way, everybody, the government or the economy boosts from it because of all the tax money. Everybody gets it. So even with like Carolyn, all the candy had to be edible brownies or whatever. It should be prepackaged and then sold and taxed. And that way, the government's the tax burden is paid. I don't know it all, but it'd just be better money. It'd be a lot more federal and state tax money going into the system to pay for better roads, better housing, better bridges, better everything. So. Yeah, put a federal sticker on the pack, just like they do on cigarettes, or a state sticker. Yeah. And, basically make it against the law to have a baggie of marijuana. It's got to come in a cigarette form, So. I know it's currently in candy bars in California, vending machines, yeah. So. But there should be some way to regulate that, to make it legal, to make it taxable, and still make it, all right, if they made it legal and you had to buy it in cigarette form or, rolled up form, then in any other form of marijuana, like loose or in baggie or whatever, would be against the law. Just think of all the tax money, okay? All the tax money that would go into the system. You wouldn't have roads anymore that have potholes in them. We'd have bridges that were safe to cross. We would have affordable housing, better housing for, the veterans or homeless or whatever. We'd have stuff for them. We would have, quite basically, a utopia here in the United States. You're right. In the military, there is no tax stamps on them, on the cigarettes and stuff. You're right. So why not tax it? Tax it, get the tax money for it, and start doing the infrastructure. If we taxed marijuana, now, like I said, yeah, it's never spent for the purpose it's supposed to be. But if marijuana was taxed, okay, we are $22 trillion or $23 trillion in debt. If marijuana was taxed, and they used that tax money specifically to do the infrastructure and to pay down the national debt, in about 6 or 7 years, the national debt would be paid down. We would be debt-free. We would have infrastructure that would surpass any and all other countries out here. The only thing is, if they did that and you were caught growing your own, you would go to jail. We already have medical. I think they're doing it in August or something like that for recreational. I don't know. I don't keep up on that stuff. Because it doesn't affect me. I don't use it, so it doesn't affect me. But what I'm saying is, if they did, and we used the tax money for it, we would be in a utopia. We would have things here in this country that we should have had years ago. Little Crazy's house. Good morning. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Well, every country or every state, you're allowed to, that are legalizing, you're allowed to have so many plants. Okay. And this is what this is where I'm getting at, Carolyn. If you had four plants and you're, or whatever, six plants, the government's not getting any tax money from that. But you go to the dispensary and you buy it, and they're getting tax money from that. So why not make it to where you can't grow your own? You buy it from the dispensary, and it has to be government controlled or regulated, so the dispensaries ain't making millions and millions and millions and billions of dollars off in your profit, because they will gouge, So if it's a controlled market where the government sets the prices and stuff, a state minimum, you know what I'm saying, or a state maximum or whatever, and everybody paid taxes on it, just like cigarettes, then, we would have so much here. Well, you're probably right there making on money, but when we went from 11 trillion to 21 trillion in 8 years, um, it's kind of hard to keep up with that and hard to pay the bill down. I realize, uh, that's a lot of money, and somebody should have stopped somebody, 10 years ago when they kept borrowing and borrowing and borrowing. Somebody should have stopped that regime back then, that administration. Enough was enough. We should never borrow a nickel from nobody. Art of Comedy, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're right there. Junkyard tax breaks are mainly for businesses or big businesses. Well, I'm glad you're good, Darren. Thanks for the thumbs up. Um, you're right. That should have never happened. All these banks that got bailed out, that's a bunch of crap. Look at all the money they made, billions and billions and billions and billions and trillions of dollars profit. Well, then they started losing some money. Well, whatever happened to all that money that they had in profit? Well, so you have a bad year, so let's go bankrupt, or let's, foreclose, or let's, they're the ones that forced it on themselves, doing the aggressive loans. I had one that happened to me. My payment started out at $425 a month. And when it was all said and done, it was well over $1,200 a month. And in 10 years, I hadn't paid anything off. Nothing. I owed them more money in 10 years than what I borrowed. That's how I got screwed on that aggressive loan stuff. I have no sympathy for them banks. They cheated enough they cheated enough people out of money. They deserve everything they get. I wouldn't have bailed out a damn one of them. I just said, too bad, too sad, bye-bye. Oh, so what? People owe you money for houses, but you're out of business, so I'm sorry. I guess they get to keep their houses and you get to lose your business. That's what should have happened. So they didn't bail none of us out, but they bailed out all the big, financial institutions and, some of the big automakers. Every automaker took a loan. Ford just happened to pay theirs back. So, what got me is, some of these people, as soon as the government bailed them out, that made them profitable. So they started giving all their people, bonus checks. And the AIG, as soon as they got the government bailout, went and did a big party in Las Vegas where they rented every room in this hotel for this convention or whatever, spent millions and millions and millions of dollars there. And that was reported. And it was all our money that we loan, and we give them back to them because they lost all that money. Well, they lost because they were greedy to begin with. They started reaching into the barrel, and then all of a sudden their fingernails got the bottom of the barrel and started digging up wood chips. That's what happened. Right. Everybody got a bailout but the citizens. Yeah. Finally, it got to the point on ours that they called, and I said, hey, I'm done. I am done. You guys can come take this house. I am done. I've lived here for 20 some years. You can take it. I'm done. And they said, well, we don't want it. I said, well, I don't want it either because I'm not paying you no more. I figured it out. I borrowed $82,000, and I paid them back $120 some thousand and still owed them $88,000 on the original loan. So, they can kiss. Where'd all that money go? So, bail you out. I hate being in jail. Yeah. I have no sympathy for the big banks that lost money. I have to use a little boy's room and get a cup of coffee, and I'll be right back. So, as usual, talk about me because I know you guys will. So, Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, uh, enjoy your stay. Oh yeah, thinking it was crazy. Junkyard had been to prison for 38 years. Good morning, B and J. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Relic is sleeping. Thank you, East Dad. You have a happy Independence Day too, sir. We have a few here you check in on Friday and get out on Monday. There you go. You slept in? Well, that's good. Installment payments. There you go. I'm in a different one, so we're in a different. I found another house. I bought it on land contract. You know, me and the wife did, and it's you know, I like this better. I don't have any banks I have to deal with. The guy that I bought it from comes every month, picks up a check. You know, I pay the insurance and we pay the taxes on this place, and you know he gets a monthly check. House payment's $475 a month. No. Okay. Never tell a cop to sit on his baton. He might hit you with it. Well, it depends on if what kind of cop he is. And by the way, if you guys see Cab Subbing today is his birthday. Wish him a happy birthday. Elena Petrovich, you are looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Happy 4th of July to you. By the way, Elena is a veteran. So. It is. So. We have actually a different economic climate up here in Michigan than most people do. We don't have $1,200, $1,500, $2,000 a month house rent like some cities or some states do. Basically, most of your houses here run between $500 and $1,200 a month rent. So depends on how big it is and how nice the house is or whatever. But there are people that's got $800 a month houses, and I wouldn't even put rats in them because they look that nasty. But they get it because the government pays it because those people are on assistance, and the government will pay it every month. So. But there's more houses out there that are empty than anything else, and I don't understand why. If they're empty, why don't the government buy them because they can buy them on auctions. Why don't the government buy them? Okay. And then put the, the assisted people that are on assistance in there, so it doesn't cost the government any money, as far as rent every month. You know what I'm saying? I realize there's a lot of downfall to it, but there's an upside to it too. At least you're not having somebody live in an $800 a month house that isn't worth $200 a month. So, and it's ridiculous. $2,000 a month, you can buy a house for that. But they want you to make house payments for them in the ghetto. So, if you guys see my place, look across the street from here, and you can see the house across the street. He pays $100 a month more for his house payment than I do for mine. And he bought his house for $10,000 more than mine. Figure that one out. So, huh. The government stuck in a wormhole. 420. Nice to have you here, 420. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage. Yeah, and you have to pay room and board there. Well, here, in order to let you out of jail, they make you sign a paper stating you'll pay it. I said if I was ever in there, I wouldn't sign the paper because they can only keep you as long as your sentence is. What they'll try to do is get you out 20 or 30 days early, say, hey, sign this paper and you can leave. Oh, thank you. I think I'll just go back and take me a nap. Yep. Oh. Yep. Because that's working the system twice because they are already getting paid for that. So, yeah, 3 beds, 2 bathrooms, 2-story. I have, let's see. There are 4. Let me make sure. There are 4 walk-in closets upstairs alone. There's only 2 bedrooms upstairs, but there's 4 walk-in closets. There's 1 in each bedroom. There's 1 in the bathroom, and there's 1 in the hallway. And each closet is, the one in the hallway is the smallest one. It's only like 4 feet wide by 8 feet long. But the rest of them are, 7 or 8 feet wide by 8 or 9 feet long. They're big closets that you walk right on in. So the other house we had never had a closet, none of the bedrooms. So this is around, I think, 1,500 square feet. It's a nice size house. It's got a hip roof on it like a barn, so. It is from the front door to, and it's got the front door to the outside of the garage is 61.5 feet long. And it is 27 feet wide. So, There you go. Move to Michigan. That's right. Adventures of Demo Don. How are you doing? Good morning. Happy 4th to you. Nice to have you here. That's good there, 420. Oh, yeah, you can buy cheap in Detroit. You sure can. Yeah. If I was going up to Detroit, I would do a video. I'd show you some of the stuff up in Detroit. Everybody says, "Oh, come to Detroit. It's such a beautiful city." Yeah, about this much of the city is beautiful compared to this much of the city. It's only beautiful around the the Lion Stadium, Ford Theater, the Detroit Tiger Stadium, and the casino is right there. Other than that, it's not. I'll take you down some places down here that you'll only see one house on the city block. The rest of them have been torn down, burnt down, or run down to the point where they fell in. And the only house that's standing, you wouldn't let your dog sleep in. And there will be a $50,000 Cadillac sitting in that driveway with $20,000 rims and tires on it. All the homies are in the house here at Iron Dog. There you go, 420. Yeah, yeah. You go down Livernois Avenue, it'll be burned out, burned out, burned out house, burned out, burned out, burned out house, burned out, burned out, burned out, burned out house. And then as you're driving past all them burned out houses, you're gonna see Cadillacs and all sorts of stuff, any kind of car you can imagine on the street, parked with no tires on it, sitting on blocks. And it's that way for blocks, man. They don't care up there. They'll come steal your tires off, throw blocks underneath your car, get your tires and rims off them. They don't care. And the cops don't care either. They'll let that car sit there for 6 months before they tow it out. Democrat. Back before Coleman Young became mayor, Detroit was actually a good city. And then all of a sudden, Coleman Young became mayor, and Detroit started losing all their manufacturing and everything else. And it's been that way for the last 57, 58 years, 60 years, whatever. Whenever, and Detroit's just become like, it looks like Baghdad after the Iraq War. You're right there banking on money. Hi, and welcome back. Well, thank you. God, I love my internet service. Sorry about that, everybody. So, I was saying, I don't know if you guys heard me or not, but I was going to check on Detroit's population. I think there's less than 200,000 people that live in there. So let me check on that real quick. Hmm. All right, I'm wrong. They said there's 672,795 people that live there. Uh, Let me see. From 1990, there was like 1,100,000, and they're down by 500,000 in less than 25 years. So, isn't that nice? Y'all here still? Am I on? Yeah, I know. Now I got to get back to everything else. So, hopefully, I can get back before it shuts down. All right, I'm back. Hopefully. Sorry about that. Gotta love this internet. So, anybody there? Can you hear me? Okay. Got to end that chat. Come up with this chat. Sorry about that. But, you know, I got that great internet going on. So. Sorry about that, everybody, but I can't help it. So. I hate it, but yeah, chilling like a okay. Yeah. All of a sudden, you know, I'm sitting here and then nothing, and then it took me forever to get back. Anyways, before I left, I said I was going to check. I thought there was less than 200 people, but or 200,000 people live in Detroit. There's 672,000 that live there. But since 1990, there was 1.1 million that lived there. So they've lost, you know, 500 and some thousand people in less than 25 years. Yeah. And that doesn't include all the ones, you know, that, you know, I think that's people moving out. I don't think that's the ones dropping over. You know what I mean? But uh, yeah, I had start counting the times that this stuff goes out, and then for how long, and then start deducting it. I'll send them a bill. Johnny, 5762. How are you doing? Nice to have you here, man. I was on a live stream this morning with you, right? Well, this morning for me, this afternoon or evening for you. So this afternoon for you, I guess, or morning or whatever. I just can't understand why, you know, they can't get the internet to work right. So at 1 p.m. Good morning, Kevin Miller. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. Happy 4th of July. Do you get to work for the company today? Do you get to grace your presence at the company today? Do they want you to come there and spend some time with them? And by the way, I haven't seen you in a few days, so how's Ty doing? You still in the workshop sorting stuff out? Yeah. And him and Hazy Days, they were all cleaning. They were cleaning out their man caves or shops or whatever, throwing away some stuff that they didn't want no more. You got the next 5 days off? Was that mandatory or was it vacation? Mr. Banking and Money, you've been a bad boy. We're going to give you the next 5 days off. You clear one side mandatory vacation. Yeah. Good for you. I was working for the garbage company. They wanted to give me some time off one time. I said, great. I said, yeah, they give me 90 days off. I said, hell, that's great. And they didn't realize it. It didn't matter to me, but it was winter time. And that was great for me. Yeah, I didn't have to go out there and freeze. So you're leaving your current job, starting a new one on July 16th. Are you currently leaving your job because you want to, or was you asked to leave your job? No. They didn't want to spend time together today? Well, that's a shame, Kevin. They're such a nice family. Oh. So what are you going to start doing July 16th there, banking on money? Hi, I'm banking. Welcome to Walmart. Well, that's good. I'm glad she's feeling better. Well, that's pretty cool there, banking. Security engineer, higher level. Now, is that security engineer, is that a play on words? Because, I consider a security engineer the guy at the, at the door at the grocery store, at the hardware store, at Lowe's or Walmart, checking for shoplifters. But then again, I was a mobile sanitation engineer's operations manager for the longest time, which meant I was the guy that drove the garbage truck. So, cybersecurity, okay. Move it on up. Junkyard's playing the Jeffersons. Pickerick just went live. Those who deny freedom for others. So Pickerick 2 live. Junkyard finally got a piece of the pie. Got a piece of the pie. Yeah. Beans don't burn on the grill. A whole lot of ketchup just to get over that hill. Roscoe P. Coltrane was a security engineer in some ways. Yeah, freeze. That's right. Kim Fife just come up with a new video, so. I'm glad you can take a little bit of laughter there, making. No, we're not making fun of your job. Well, yeah, we are. No, we're not. But yeah, we are. Which Mr. Miller are you talking to, me or the other Mr. Miller? Well, good morning, Sugar Butt. How you doing, Moose? Nice to see you here again. You guys don't know who Moose Knuckle is? For God's sakes, go check out his channel. Go subscribe to him. He hasn't made a video in a little bit, but the guy is just absolutely hilarious. Uh, the wife loves his videos. I love his videos. He's just funny. I don't. He's got a couple videos. I don't understand why they haven't hit 1 million views. They are just that funny. So, but go check out Moose Knuckles Outdoors. Benji, I'm used to it. I learned from my mentor. Yeah, I bet you did learn from your mentor, dog. Yeah, I hear you there, Moose. Hopefully, your surgery goes okay. I guess he tore an ACL or something like that. You got to have it worked on. So, by the way, there, Moose Knuckle, Kevin Miller is my twin brother. So, I don't know if you knew that or not. So, you got any plans for the day there, Moose? Other than wrestling practice with your uncle in the back of the van again? They're reconstructing your foot. I broke 4 bones. Oh, okay. You broke 4 bones and ruptured tendon. Where'd you do that at? Over in where was it? Afghanistan? By the way, Moose Knuckle is, he's in the service, you guys. So he's got another, I think, 1.5 years and he retires. So did a pole dancing. There you go. Yeah, it's a good thing you can find humor in that. So that's right. To everybody, thanks for serving. So that's why you tip them folks. No medical insurance. You're right, Kevin. Mr. Jixer. You're in Missouri again. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Lost in the state of Missouri. Yeah, you've been doing it for 18 years now. Mr. Moped is here. Oh, God. There you go. I tell you what, anybody that any of your comrades know about your YouTube channels? I'm sure if they looked at you, in uniform, and then they looked at your videos, they wouldn't be able to keep a straight face just by thinking of all the videos you make. They love it. I bet they do, but it's kind of hard to have a straight face when they're talking to you, though. So, yeah. I, I bet that's funny. Yeah. If you're not doing anything, Moose, Thursday night at 8 o'clock, I do a live stream at 8 o'clock. If you'd like, I'd love to have you come on, bring you up on the live stream and put you on a panel. So, time for breakfast and coffee, okay? It was nice talking to you too there, Moose. But let me know. I appreciate it if you want to come on up. Give everybody a chance to check you out. So. Yes, Eastern Standard Time. So. Moose is loose. So. Never leave home without it. There you go. All right there, man. I appreciate it. If you want, we'll come on up and talk. We got a few other people come on up. So, Ron Neitzel, how are you doing? Nice to have you here, man. I'm making this for those that are coming in late. I'm making this today for a cookout. Bush's baked beans, but I put my own little, okay, bottoms up. I put my own special twist to them. So I think they turn out a lot better when I make them than what Bush's can make them. So. And, a lot of people say, well, why don't you make them homemade? Well, if you got 2 days you want to waste making beans, I guess, make homemade. So. I'm doing great there, Ron. You got a barbecue going. Your wife's still asleep. It's a wonderful morning. Well, it looks like a beautiful morning outside right now, but it's supposed to have some thunderstorms later on this afternoon or whatever, but you never can tell. This is Michigan. If you don't like the weather, just wait 6 minutes. It'll change. You're right. Homemade is the best. They're banking on money, but by the time you soak the beans overnight and then, you make up the sauce and stuff and let them soak in that, then you bake them. You got 2 days into making a pot of beans, a good pot of beans. They have already cut down the middleman by soaking the beans and then, putting them in the sauce and then, getting all that ready. So all you got to do is put your own special touch to it. So. Yes, I am. I am the dog that knows the secret recipe. It don't matter. I like them all, but I start out with these, the original, because that's what I start out with those, and then I basically make them my own. So it's easier to do it that way. You burn off the calories to eat them there. Sasquatch Howls, how are you doing? Good morning. Nice to have you here. Well, thank you, Sasquatch. I appreciate it. I really do. So. God bless America. You're right. Oh. Sasquatch Howls has 16 channel followers. He is a watcher. So. Yep. Hey, whatever kind you want to start with, you start out with whatever you want and make them your own. You know, I don't have any bacon, or I would throw some bacon in there. But uh, if I had bacon, it would be, you know, I'd have a bacon flavored bean. But today it's just going to be regular baked beans. So I'm making a dish for the barbecue or for, you know, the cookout, and then I'm making I have some left over, and I'll make a small dish, and I'll probably cut up some Polish sausage and put it in there and bake those with Polish sausage. That's right. Walk your dogs, get your coffee brewing, water the garden. Vinny G, good morning. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, brother? Nice to have you here. No, I'm not going to put hot dogs in, but I might put Polish sausage in one I'm not the one that's not going to the cookout. So baked beans and ribs or dogs with the ribs today. There you go. No, I said the for the cookout that you're taking. So I'm not going to the cookout. My wife and the kids and the grandkids are going. They're going to my sister-in-law's house. So we had onions, bacon, then drown the squirrel in the sauce berries. Hey, that sounds pretty good there, Kel. Do you skin the squirrel first, or you just wholeheartedly tail them all? Stay home and drink beer, dog. No, I don't drink. I've had 2 beers in the last week, and uh, both of them pretty much set me on end. So, you know, 4 legs up. There you go. 4 legs up. You gut it out and put the baked beans inside it, and then cook it inside your Hunt Junkyard. The trash industry. That's funny. You don't drink any more, even you don't drink any less. That's pretty cool. It would probably be funny to have a beer with Kevin. That sounds good. And it would be a treat if someone else bought. There you go, Kevin. You like a natty light there, Kevin? No, banking on money. I hadn't. What's the new business opportunity for Amazon delivery service? That's what she's. That's how I feel. She wants somebody to buy too. Yeah, Yuengling, America's oldest brewery. Okay, look up Amazon delivery business. Okay. and drinking 16-ounce fish bowls in 25 minutes and then left. There you go. Told the cook to slow down the chicken the next time. That's right. Yeah. I don't know why they want to bypass the United States Postal Service. How they're getting a good deal on delivery. Huh. I don't know how you could compete with FedEx or anything like that, but I'll have to check that out. Huh. Well, I venture to guess they probably never actually stopped making beer. They probably made it in the back room someplace. No. Google, let's see. Amazon delivery business service. I'll have to check that out there. Huh. I clicked on that and it said, oh, wait a minute. UPS store. Want to start an Amazon delivery business? What to know? Okay. There we go. I got it saved back so I can check it out. Yeah, you. You're in the bottle for me. All done by Chevron and Wheelbarrow. Huh. That's right. Delivering dogs with Amazon delivery. There you go. Nancy Locks, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. You're looking lovely as ever. And new Life Prepper just come out with a new video. So. All right, I love you too, Kevin. Be careful. Don't do too much out in the heat. It ain't worth it. Good morning, Angry Amish. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. I was going to go to the Chinese restaurant, but my trucker friend would always take the guaranteed overnight delivery, or it's free. There you go. Yeah, because it's going to be free. I was going to go to the Chinese buffet for dinner, but I can't because we no longer have a Chinese buffet. We used to have two of them, but we don't have either one no more. Mean old ICE. They come in and took our Chinese illegal immigrants away. Illegal aliens. Sorry, we don't. I never should say immigrants. There's no such thing as an illegal immigrant. It's an illegal alien. They hauled off a bunch of illegal aliens at the Chinese buffet a couple of weeks ago. Closed down the business. So, yep. So rather than the guy hiring some, illegal citizens because he can't afford to pay them, he shut down the doors because he wasn't paying the Chinese anything, hardly, food and rent and whatever. So, yep, illegal aliens. That's right. No, I don't actually like to go there because I get sicker than a dog every time I eat there. I don't know how them Chinese people get fat because that stuff runs through you faster than goes out the trunk door and right out the back door as soon as you get it there. So, that's right. We're going to import Grizz. We've already talked to Grizz, and we've give him gas money and some cages and stuff. He's going to start grabbing the cats. No, you don't. Yep, the little yeller men. That's right. But there's no such thing as an illegal immigrant. An immigrant is somebody that comes here legally. An illegal alien is what they are. And before it becomes politically incorrect to say that, every president always called them illegal aliens. You can check it out. Obama called them, Clinton called them, Bush's both called them, Reagan called them. Every president's always called them illegal aliens. As far as when we've ever had a problem with illegal aliens. They've been called illegal aliens up until last 3 or 4 years. Now they're illegal immigrants because they were trying to get them to be voters. So they didn't want to discriminate them about calling them aliens, immigrants. You have a great one, Sasquatch. Nice to have you here. They ain't refugees either. No, they don't fall from the sky. So they had them squirrels on a skewer. That's right. Yeah, for some reason that does look like rat meat on them skewers. Done that? Oh, it's chicken. Yeah, well, it looks like a rat to me, but and I'm not just saying illegal aliens because from Mexico or whatever. We have a bunch of them from all over. They come here on visas to visit, and then they never leave. Instead of millennials get their phone to show how them to work. Yeah. All right. That's exactly why I call them that. But as soon as they let them out, they won't. Hopefully somebody will pick his ass up and take him across the border again. Mrs. Bink, how are you doing? You're looking lovely as ever, my dear. Love the robe. Have you done something different with your hair? See, that's how you treat them. They're thinking. So yeah, like the old adage says, there, Mr. Gixer. You know why Mexico doesn't have an Olympic team? Because everybody that can run, jump, or swim is already over here. So, well, thank you. You need to get her own channel so she can come in too and talk to us. That would be nice. Does she have a YouTube channel? It's the truth, I'm telling you. All right, there, Relic. You have a good one, man. Go eat you something to eat and then get back to sleep. It was a pleasure having you here. Call the Red River the North Rio Grande. Well, even no, she can get herself a channel. They're banking on money. She don't have to make content. You just sign up for your YouTube so you can watch YouTube videos. And then the reason why you get a channel name is so you can comment. Without a channel name, you can't comment. Dem Seeking Earth, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. You're looking lovely as ever. Hopefully you're starting to feel better. Thank you. I appreciate it. I was at Hazy Days this morning. He was saying, "Yeah, and we let you guys, get your Independence Day." And I said, "No, wait a minute. I don't think you let us do anything. I think we took it." Yeah. So I like screwing with Hazy Days. So, I said, "Yeah, I'll take $20 or whatever Hazy Days was smoking." So. Um, but I appreciate that. Happy 4th to everybody. So, regardless what country you live in. So, actually, the 4th of July had to be a model for every country that doesn't have the right to do whatever they want. So, I'm doing good there, Dem. I'm getting better and better every day. Arthritis has been kicking my hiney. You can see that nice great big lump right here, and through this side. That's just this one. This hand getting the same way. So, but Paul Revere ran away from the battle and left his brothers. One by land, two by sea. Um, Paul Revere gets credit for that ride, but he only made like 6 miles of that ride. The rest of it was made by some other guy, and he made like 60 some miles, I believe, of the ride that night. So, the only thing is the reason why is because Paul Revere had a better name. He was more popular, and it was what's the old thing? Come over here and sit down and listen, and you will hear the story about Paul Revere. So they wanted to make it rhyme. So. No, thank you. It's all about perspective. You're right there, free music. So I actually got a couple of authentic Paul Revere copper pans. So I got them packed away in a box someplace in a closet somewhere, but I've had them for years. These are the really old pans. So I'm pretty sure they're probably, uh, I bet they're in the 18 or the early 1800s or late 1700s, but they are from Paul Revere. So I don't know when he stopped making or when he passed away or whatever, but I know they were made in his you know copper shop. So it went pretty good. I didn't get rich. I couldn't buy me a new mansion, but we didn't lose any money, and I made the customer happy. Told them I'd be there Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it was smoking hot Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But I was there Thursday. My wife was there Friday with her sister, and then I was there by myself Saturday. And I will be back there Friday and Saturday this week. So, so do I have neuropathy? Yes. So, um, um, I have severe pain in my feet and stuff, and I have that. I have low blood flow to the bottoms of my legs and all that other stuff. I got so much stuff wrong with me. It's pathetic. So they asked me if my feet are sensitive at the doctors, and I said I can step on an ant and tell you if it's a male or a female. I don't take blood pressure medicine no more. My blood pressure is fine. Um, so no, I don't have diabetes no more. I had type 2 diabetes. I was 440 some pounds, and I've lost 150 some pounds. And 90 days after I had my gastro bypass, I went and checked all my levels, and my AIC was 5.0. So, mhm. So I was on 1,000 milligrams of metformin in the morning and 1,000 at night. I was on some other kind of medicine for that too, and then I had to take a baby aspirin. I had to take uh, blood pressure medicine. Had to take a water pill. I was on 14 different medications. Tim's World, Hairballs, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. I was on 14 different medications, and within 90 days, I was down to two after my operation, and now I am off on all of them. The only thing I take now is vitamins, and I do take pain pills, but I don't take them that often. Uh, I got a pain medication, uh, Percocet. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Percocet, I think. Um, I got them May 11th, and I still got way over a half a bottle left. And there was only 60 pills in it or whatever. And I got tramadol that I got back in April, and I haven't taken one of them. But you know, I only take them when I absolutely necessarily need something for pain. So, well, Tim, well, he needs to take better care of himself. So you better hurry up and get back home before it gets 100 degrees there, Tim. Or are you home? So, well, tell her thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Banks. Oh, I gotta go get me a cup of coffee. I'll be right back. Anybody want anything while I'm gone? So, you're just trying to get healthy? Okay. Right. Yeah. Neuropathy is nerve damage. Yeah. So, they usually give you gabapentin for a neuropathy, but they found out gabapentin is actually a opioid too. People are getting addicted on gabapentin. Okay. Yeah, omelet's coming right up there, Tim. Rebecca's QB, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Thank you. Hot coffee and ice cream. There you go. Get an effort. There you go. I'm trying to get you something, but damn thing won't let me go to the food section. Mm-hmm. I guess you just kind of have to sell look for this, Tim. Sorry about that, but you know, I did my best too. There you go. Bar stools for everybody. There you go, Grizz. West Coast bird flipper in the house. There you go. Now I'm hungry too. Yep, and ingredients for an omelet. Eggs, milk, and cheese. No, you forgot the potatoes and the bacon and everything else. It's got to go in there. No, we don't kill turkeys on on the 4th of July. That's for Thanksgiving. there's a lot of hot dogs being ate and bratwurst and hamburgers and stuff though today. So unless you eat turkey burgers, and quite frankly, you know, in order to eat a turkey burger, you have to salt and pepper it and season it and everything else, and then you know, cook it real at a high heat on both sides, burn the hell out of it on both sides, drop it on the floor, give it to the dog, take 2 pieces of bread, jam them together, and eat that sandwich because it's going to taste better. So, I'll take a Western omelet too. I like a Farmer's. You know, got ham and green pepper, onion, potatoes in it. Then you cover it with sausage gravy. And with a biscuit on the side. Yes, sir. No, we don't have turkey. I mean, I guess you could have turkey if you wanted on the 4th of July, but that's we don't celebrate turkey on, or we don't basically have that one. Usually 4th of July's are barbecues, you know. So. Barbecued chicken. Oh, yeah. And you can get your barbecued chicken right at Grizz's house, minus the barbecue. So. Now we have turkey on Thanksgiving, and we have turkey on Christmas. Easter we have ham. The rest of the holidays, you know, Memorial Day and 4th of July and stuff like that, and Labor Day was just usually cookouts. You'd even take an Eastern omelet, huh? That boy kicked chicken shit's ass yesterday, and now it's King Tut. That's funny. Yeah. Eagle on the 4th, that's right. You say chicken shit kicked that boy's ass? No. No, chicken shit, yeah. Chicken shit's King Tut. King Tut. He's my favorite honky, King Tut. The guy rode a donkey. I remember when Steve Martin come out on Saturday Night Live with that. Oh man, I rolled. That was funny. But that was way before a lot of people's time here. So, born in Barcelona, moved to Arizona, King Tut. And there's a lot of truth to that. A lot of people don't realize it, but they claim that some of these caves in the Grand Canyon have a bunch of Egyptian artifacts in them. And there's a reason why they won't let, there was a documentary on it. There's a reason why they won't let you rappel down some of the sides to go into some of these caves. They say it's not safe. Well, you know, if it's not safe for the average person, I can understand that. But I would think it'd be safe for somebody that does it, you know, 24, you know, 7 days a week, you know, all the time. They know what they're doing. So, Theo, how you doing? Nice to have you here. And you have a good 4th of July too. There was a documentary on it. I'm trying to remember who done it, but they claim there's a lot of ancient Egyptian artifacts in the caves in Arizona and, you know, in the Grand Canyon. So, you know, how did they get there? they claimed years ago that one of the pharaohs actually, I can't remember if it was King Tut or whatever. They maybe it is. I'm trying to remember, but what I best I can remember is one of the pharaohs was fleeing the country with all with all the stuff he could carry, and I think they took five or six ships or whatever, well, boats back then or whatever you want to call them. But I can't, and it might have been even King Tut, and I can't remember if they said the original mummy of King Tut is not really King Tut or whatever, but because some of the stuff I guess was actually found in the 20s and the 30s by people exploring the caves. So, but you have to Google it or whatever. But you should be able to find it. I think it was on the History Channel or the Discovery Channel, and it's been a couple of years ago since I've seen it. But Marie Kaplinger, you're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Yeah, they say that they're a lot older than what they say. They're more than 3,000 or 4,000 years old. So, eating some fried pork chops. Yeah, they had illegal aliens, and that's been an ongoing thing there. Free music. I got into it with somebody the other day. They said, "Well, the Native American Indians was here first." I said, "No, they weren't. You check it out. There's plenty of documentation that the people that were here first come from Asia. They weren't American Native Indians. They were from Asia." So, basically they told me I was wrong, so I had to bring up the link and post it on my post. Then they changed their mind because it was from the National Geographic. I don't think National Geographic is going to put something out there that's not true. So. No, they were here before that. There's documentation that there were Vikings running around here before the Mayflower got here. So all your history books and everything are wrong. 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue. Yeah, sure he did. Yeah, he did, but he wasn't the first one here because somebody beat him by a couple hundred years. So. You're a Bigfoot, Grizz, so I guess you were the first inhabitant. Yeah, that's right. Right, they weren't the first aliens either. So you're absolutely right there, Grizz. I don't think the Bible is actually a history book, but it's an account. Whether it is accurate or not, I don't know. You're right. Aliens in the Last Supper. Yeah, the painting. Yeah. Where did you go? Cotton Eye Joe. That's right, Hazelnut. How you doing, man? Wasn't Geraldo there first report? That's right. Yeah. Good morning, Sandy K. You're looking lovely as ever. Nice to have you here. Why is that, Dem? Why Jesus ever wore a cross? Ever wondered why Jesus wore a cross? The Amish don't. You're right. The Amish don't believe in dinosaurs. There's a lot of people that don't believe in dinosaurs, so, but yet the proof is there. So I don't either. Uh, Me too, Grizz. Me too. He doesn't think I caught on, but that means everybody would leave America. Well, if you guys go look at Nova Scotia up to, Oak Island and stuff like that, they were there in the 1200s. They got documented proof of them being there in the 1200s. So if they made it there in the 1200s, they were here. And there's a stone carved in California on one of the beaches out there that's got a date pre-existing Columbus, like 200 years, where somebody carved it in when they landed. So, and then you have the one stone, the rock or whatever you want to call it, the tablet that was carved, and then a guy cut down the tree and was pulling the tree over, and when he pulled it over, this great big tablet come out of the ground that was in the roots, and it's been dated. I can't remember, but it's way before they were here, like 1200s or something like that. So, and it was carved out. So, and they had a stone expert. The guy had a TV show on Discovery Channel, and he checked that out, that tablet out or whatever, that inscription out, and the guy knows his stuff, and he said it. I can't remember exactly what year. It's in the 1200s or something like that. That's how old it was, and it couldn't have been, just put there because the tree was a couple hundred years old, I guess. So. Well, it wasn't the Indians that came over from Asia. It was the Asians that come over from Asia, if I'm correct. Bigfoot had a big barbecue on the 4th of July party and cooked them into extinction. That's right. DJ Mike TV, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. So I took a little bit of reading trying to figure that out. DJ Mike TV. So Grizz for the win, yeah. Okay, DJ Mike TV has 571 channel followers and a bunch of videos. Check out DJ Mike TV. Yeah, try to build an art nowadays and see what happens. Well, they did build one in Kentucky, I think. Is it Kentucky or Tennessee? No. Nathan likes drums. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. You probably can get some rock in Plymouth, yeah. I don't believe dinosaurs exist, but I do believe, I know Donald Trump does. You're right, Donald Trump does. Yeah, it's in dry dock. It is, yeah. It would be pretty cool if they made it actually to float. That would be funnier than hell. So, yeah. Just in case it ever did flood, they'd be able to float. So. Well, you are right and you are wrong. Alligators are and sharks are still, they are considered prehistoric. So, or alligators, gators, you know, or crocodiles, and sharks are considered prehistoric. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure so are turtles. So, so there still are some. And let's not forget about Loch Ness. That's because they've never found the fossil of Bigfoot. It's because they ain't never died. Hell, I don't know. I keep an open mind to it. You know, you never can tell. They find 20,000 different species of animals every year. 25,000 or 20,000 different species of insects or living life forms. Okay, every year, life forms. So you never can tell. I keep an open mind. You know, a lot of people can't be seeing things, you know. And there's plenty of video evidence out there showing things walking around that, you know, shouldn't be out there. So I have no idea there in Big Steve why they do it, but they just have no sense of direction. So Kim Fife, good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. I know some I know some people that predate dinosaurs. Yeah, that's right. Let me read your last comment. Yeah, you're right. Birds are all direct descendants of dinosaurs too. So, anybody know? I was watching it this morning. It already played, but I was watching this morning. Tigers against the Cubs. Did the Tigers win or did they lose? I fell asleep. Um, it was 3-3 when I actually last time I seen the score. I think there is one complete Tyrannosaurus Rex skeleton. And you know, you would figure it'd be kind of hard probably to come up with one because you know, you fall over dead, usually another animal's going to eat you. And during the smoke out, when they were dropping over like flies, you know, somebody, you know, even though you're running, you still got to get a meal in there. So care about spelling. I failed English class myself. Yesterday I couldn't spell truck driver. Today I are one. Hey. All right there, Jamin, you have a great day too. Nice to see you here. So. Yeah, must not believe in oil either. Yeah. Yeah. Well, what gets me is I type in capitals. Okay. And you guys all see it. I type in capitals. The reason why I do that because it's easier for me to read in capital because the font's bigger. And it's easier for me to distinguish my conversation from somebody else's because not very many people type in caps. Okay. But you'll get these Bankers, quit yelling at me. Now, wait a minute. I never said one bad thing. I typed in, hi, how are you doing today? Nice to have you here. Thank you for coming. Well, don't yell at me. Now, wait a minute. If I was yelling at you, first word would have come out of my typing would have been you, SOB, MFer, go to double H, toothpick. That would be yelling. Now, if I commonly have a conversation with you and I'm not swearing, I'm not showing any anger issues, is that yelling? No, it's not yelling. Yeah. And what I tell them all the time, too bad I couldn't take the font so small that you could barely read it. Then I could ask you, how do you like me whispering now? What's the difference? If I'm talking, you claim I'm yelling, or if I could change the font to where it's so small you could barely see it, and then claim it as whispering. Grow up, people. Get a life. There's other reasons for typing in caps. So, your ears. That's right, there, Tim. Your ears. So, and yeah, you're right. No, she says F face. You're never going to live that down. I'm never going to live that down, am I, Mr. Jixer? Yeah. That's the reason with me. I have, according to my optometrist, I don't need glasses. But according to them, I don't need glasses. But according to me, I do. So I don't understand where they say, well, I can pass a vision test at the driver's license, so I don't need glasses. Well, probably because he looked at me and realized I'm not the reading sort of feller. It's not like I sit down and read a novel. I've only read one book in my entire life. And it was about this thick. And it was a manual on how to tear apart an M16, how to put it back together. That was the only book I ever read. I can read your guys' comments. All right. I actually have my screen enlarged to 125. Okay. That way I've got that up higher. People have asked me that question. Well, why don't you just make it so it's bigger? Well, when you start doing it so big that it affects it the way that it comes in on your screen, so other things don't get shown. So that's why I do only 125, so I can actually distinguish, and get some better. I can read it a lot easier. So. I can turn it up to 200 or 250 or whatever. So your screen is large to 150%. I do that, but then I have to pop out on a bunch of stuff in order to write comments and stuff. It depends on what format or where I'm at. So I can go into some channels and leave it at 125, and I can comment and see my comments as I'm typing it in. I can go to other channels and leave it at 125, and I have to actually pop out a chat, put the chat up so I can actually see where I'm typing to do my comments, because it just doesn't fit that format there. And I don't understand why it'd be different in some channels than in others, but it is. So. $125 actually works a lot better because it fits in most formats. So. Audience TV screen glass, yeah. RV Lucky, good morning. How are you doing, sir? Happy 4th of July to you too. So, Nice to have you here. So, take that into consideration when, somebody's typing in caps, that they're not, if they're not swearing or being rude with comments, they're not yelling. They're typing in caps because that's the way they can see. And that's all it is. I can read with these, okay? I can read like that. I get back here, I can't read, okay? Now back here, I can read that. If the only thing is I can't touch the keyboards. I can read it from way back here, but I get up close, it's all blurry. But now I can type. And if you guys have ever seen me in person, I've got really long arms. In fact, one day I will do a stretch and see what my reach is. But I have got really long arms. So even with my arms all the way extended, I still can't read, or I can't type. Okay, because if I get it closer to me, I can't read it. If I put it far enough away, I can. But when I put it far enough away to read it, I can't touch the keyboards. That's why I got to lean up and type. So. I thought about using that voice activated stuff, but I don't talk clearly or speak, fluently enough to, I'd constantly have to go in and auto correct, So bottoms up, that's right. I have them jeweler glasses, and those things sitting back here work perfect. The day I went to the optometrist, whatever you want to call it, the eye doctor, they had to dilate my eyes twice. And let me tell you something. I didn't have anybody take me home. So I sat out in the parking lot for about 40 minutes. And I started driving like this because my eyes hurt so bad. And I'm thinking, oh, man, I hope I don't get in an accident. But I wasn't going to sit out there in the heat for another hour, and I finally made it home. But it took me 20 minutes to make a 10-minute drive. So, Yep. That's what I'm saying there, RB Lucky. Damn autocorrect. I did not call you a monkey butt. I said bunt monkey. So, yeah. You know how it is. I know exactly how that is. You have trifocals. So, how about hooking on? Well, see, I have it on the kitchen table, or this is not a kitchen, this is a dining room table. This is where I sit, in the dining room. We don't use the dining room, only for, get-togethers and stuff like that. If I put a monitor, and then it's another thing. I don't have electrical right here. I have to run a cord to this, so I'm gonna have to run a power strip, and it's just more work than what it's worth. So. Now, when I was in the service, I had excellent vision. And I'm not bragging or, I'm not exaggerating or whatever, but I could actually sit. And my wife was with me one day, and we were sitting in a office someplace, and there was a note on the wall, and the note was in type. And she said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm reading that paper right over there." And I bet we're 20 feet away. She said, "There's no way you can read that." And I started telling her exactly what it said. And so she walked up there and she looked at it and she could read it. I had that good of eyesight. 20/20 is normal. I had 17/18 vision. I had really good vision. So, according to the service. Ann Fulton, good morning. How are you doing? Nice to have you here. So, I actually am going to get off here at 9:30 because I got to start these. The number 10 can of baked beans for a cookout tonight or today. So we're going to have, I'm making these. I'm going to make 2 pans. 1 pan for the cookout, 1 for me. So happy 4th to everybody. The pan that I'm making for stay here, I'm going to cut up some Polish sausage and put in there and bake it. You know, when I bake it in there with, oh, I bet that's going to be good. So, yeah. You still got 2010? Well, that's good, I think. Oh. Oh. It is going to be good stuff. I got 2,400 without content. There you go. Yeah. You're right, because you strained your eyes all that time. That's right. My wife says I don't miss a thing. Now I can see, I can see stuff way away. I mean, I can make out stuff that's 300-400 yards away easy. It's just my vision is screwed from here to there, and right now I'm sitting right here. I'm reading. RV Lucky says after 47 years looking in the microscope, 12 years a day, my vision went bad. I can read that, but everything, it looks like double vision. It's got a shadow to it going across it, or on the outside of every letter. And but I back up and it don't have it. I go forward and that's where it gets that way again. So Rolling Home Homestead, Wild Edmos. How are you doing? Nice to have you here, and happy 4th of July to you too. Your right eye is 20/50 with correction. Okay. Nice to have you all here. Like I said, I will be getting off here at 9:30. I have to do that stuff. So, all right there, Benkin. You tell Mrs. Benkin I said to have a wonderful 4th. You guys enjoy the time together. You still got your vacation till you got to go back to work on the 16th. My birthday is actually on the 15th, and so is Kevin's. So imagine that, the 2 of us having the birthday on the same day. Would have been cool, though, if we'd have been born at like 11:58 and 12:04, 11:58 p.m. and 12:04 a.m. So we've both been twins, but born on different days. That would have been cool. But no, we were born at 1:30 in the afternoon or 1:21, something like that. So I don't know anything about that LASIK laser surgery, but if it's any good, and you can afford it or your insurance covers it, I'd do it. Kevin's the oldest. He's older than me by 8 minutes. But hell, I don't know, Junkyard. Maybe I'm Kevin and maybe he's Keith. You ever think about that? I got you all thinking now, don't I? Maybe you're right. I'm sorry to hear that there, Tim. When I was a kid, right here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I had a dog tear my ear off when I was 2.5 years old. Tore it off down there. They sewed it all back up, and they did the best they could. So. In fact, you don't even see a scar. The only thing you see is where it took a nip actually out of it. So. Well, that's good there, Roland Homestead. I'm glad you're having some fun, just chilling. You got the week off. So that's great. Did they kill the dog there, Tim? I would have. I'd have double tap. Pow pow. So, you know, never had a dog that bit. Working on some videos, help a friend make a intro into it. Okay, that's pretty cool. You've been wearing contact lenses for 12 years? My wife's been wearing glasses, what, since you were 5? How old?
4.
4? Okay, since she was
Shut
4.
up about me. Keep my name out of it. It's not funny. I'm gonna pop you in the face. Talk about your friends, not me. Not my business.
4 years old.
None of your business. Tell them how you can't afford to get me glasses. Tell them that.
What's that?
Tell them how you can't afford to get me glasses.
I was going to. Mr. Jixer says Kathy no swear.
Hey, they swear on there. I'm not on the computer, so I don't care.
I know, but he's the one that's got the good hearing, because remember when you said that a couple of weeks ago, he started laughing. I said, man, that mic must be working good.
I don't listen to anybody.
She loves me. Yeah, she loves me.
No, I don't. Don't lie to the people.
Started wearing glasses when he was 50. Basically, that's when mine started going bad too. No ears and bad eyes.
You don't even have bad eyes, you liar.
Yes, I do. I can't see. I'm telling you. The doctor just said I could pass a driver's test. He didn't say anything about vision.
That's why he said store-bought glasses. Right. I like to have store-bought glasses. Okay. You are such a liar. They would have gave you prescription glasses. Ain't nothing wrong with you. You're brain dead.
Right.
Yeah.
These are 350s. Yeah. Okay, they're 350s. So, Tammy, nice to have you here.
Oh, I'm going back outside. I can't tolerate you.
You're looking lovely as ever, Tammy. Now we're going to be out of here in 5 minutes, so I got to get this stuff done. But yeah, these are just reading glasses. They're 350s. So
get what done? The beans.
Yeah, I get the beans done. So.
That'll take 5 hours.
No, it don't take 5 hours. By the time you gotta.
Don't talk to me now.
By the time you bake them and stuff, and they cool down because you can't haul them hot. So. I hate peas. Yeah. She just walked out, so she's in the garage having a cigarette. Yeah, she does. She's just having fun. So. If I thought she meant I'd have turned down the mic. No. So. Yeah, you're on Central Time right now, yeah. So, yeah, you're right there. Yeah. You gonna be vlogging on Lake Mission? Okay. No, it's okay there. So, Pam will fight a buzzsaw. Like, have you heard of Ray Stevens? Blue Cyclone. So, yeah, it's a good relationship. I love her. Nero Trigger, how are you doing? Nice to have you here. Good morning. Sorry about that, Nero, but I'm leaving here in 3 minutes. So I've got some stuff I got to get done. So I've been on for 3 hours. So, well, that's good. So, Tammy, I think. Oh. You guys check out Tammy Codwell. She's got 72 channel followers. She doesn't have any content, but there is a video on there for Thunder Song or something like that. So, if you want, you show her some channel love. So, nice to see you too there, Michigander man. So, remember, beans give you, yeah, they give me thunder too. Dutch oven. You guys just remember today, if you're out and about, be careful. Holidays are the worst days to be traveling because everybody's out there traveling. So just be careful. Y'all have a great day. God bless. You stay safe. I appreciate each and every one of you guys for being here. I really do. You make my day. I think I like the comments. I think it's great to have you here. You make me laugh. Hopefully I make you laugh. I make your day go by better. Hopefully I make you forget about your troubles for a little bit. If I do, I'm glad I did. If I didn't, I'm sorry I didn't. So, but you all stay safe. I only cooked 239 beans. Yeah, don't cook 240, right? Y'all stay safe. And we'll see you tomorrow. So y'all have a great one. God bless and take care.